Hello guys, in this video, I am going to power scale Ichigo from the Bleach series, so let's get right to it. In the world of Bleach, there is a constant flow of souls between Earth and the place called Soul Society, with Soul Society is equivalent of heaven differentiating it from hell, and the balance of these two worlds could be disrupted by hollows with evil spirits unable to pass to Soul Society as they wander on material world. In order to maintain the balance, there exists a group called Shinigami or Soul Reaper, whose job is to cleanse the spirit and guide them to Soul Society. Ichigo, a 15-year-old middle school student who had the abnormal power to sense and see spirits. One day he met with Rukia, a Soul Reaper, and on that faithful day he became a substitute Soul Reaper. And throughout his journey he discovered more about his past as he grew stronger and gathered several allies to be on his side. As a Soul Reaper, he has superhuman strength and speed with ability to fight hollows that can break building floors with ease. The total surface area of the tiles could be estimated around 120 by 60 inches, with typical concrete floor can withstand up to 5,801 pounds per square inch, and the total amount of force would be around 44 kilograms of TNT. But his major achievement is fighting a Minos Grande, who stands as large as a skyscraper and can blast building with ease, and Ichigo wounding it to the point it had to retreat, which would place him at small building level with it stated any captain-level Soul Reaper could one-shot it. Later we get to meet Renji, who is vice-captain, able to beat Minos Grande with ease, making his power at 2 tons of TNT or large building level, with Ichigo eventually overpowering him with his power level of 3 tons of TNT or large building level. Ichigo also was fast enough to block Zero from Minos Grande. The attacks of Minos Grande are similar to the like of plasma beams, which are both destructive and hot enough to destroy its target without any trace of it. Plasma beams can reach the speed of nearly 43.5 km per second, or nearly 126 times the speed of sound. After Rukia returned to Soul Society, Ichigo and his friends went to rescue her, facing multiple opponents, and had his rematch with Renji, who revealed that all vice-captains have their power dampened in the material world to cause damage, with his current power being 5 times greater than his previous encounter with power 10 tons of TNT or large building level, with Ichigo once again gaining a power boost and was able to finish him with one blow. The power boost is equivalent to 96 tons of TNT or city block level. Then we have the major battle against Kenpachi Zaraki, one of the strongest captains of Goatee 13, who had a high spiritual pressure to the point Ichigo's sword was unable to cut his skin, with his power vastly superior than Ichigo with the overall power of 1 kilotons of TNT or multi-city block level, and once again Ichigo won that fight with power of 2 kilotons or small town level. The Sokayaku is the most important weapon in Bleach universe, as it contains nearly the power of 1 million soul cutters, with it mostly referring to average soul cutter, not something like the soul cutter of Yamamoto, and during the release it would be 10 times powerful, with the stand that holds the criminal being as strong as the Sokayaku. And after his training with Yoroichi, Ichigo was strong enough to stop Sokayaku, but also strong enough to shatter the base, placing him at the power of 5 megatons of TNT or small city level. He also once again fought Byakuya Kachiki and was able to keep up with his speed, and in the earlier arc he was able to speed blitz Ichigo, which make his speed over 69.6 km per second, or around Mach 235. With his Bankai increasing his power over 10 times, making his power over 50 megatons of TNT, along with his speed, making it nearly over 696 km per second or 2,358 times speed of sound. But momentarily, when Ichigo's hollow self took control, he was able to inflict much more fatal wound to Byakuya Kachiki than his Bankai state, with hollow mask only half completed, giving a boost of 2 times on top of his Bankai, making hollow Ichigo power at 100 megatons of TNT or city level. Next we get to Arrancar arc, and the first opponent Ichigo face is Grimmjow, who ranked 6th in Espada, and later it was revealed that the numbers from 10 to 1 in the ranks of Espada are strength-based. And once again Ichigo tapped into his half-masked form and unleashed a Getsuga Tensho, only to be blocked by Grimmjow. Captain Toshiro stated that even beating someone below the top 10 Espada took captain-level strength, implying the actual 10 are way stronger than current captain level. After a month of training, Ichigo got control over his Hollow Mask for a limited time, placing Hollow Mask Ichigo with power of 400 megatons of TNT, and fought against Grimmjow, who lost his arm and was injured by Getsuga Tensho, which would place him at nearly 800 megatons of TNT or mountain level. Once Grimmjow healed his arm, he got to his full strength with the power 1.6 gigatons or large mountain level, and during Ichigo's rematch with Grimmjow, he was nearly equal to his power and even used his hollow mask, boosting his power to 12.8 gigatons or large island level, with Grimmjow needing his unleashed state, which works at same principle as Bankai, giving a power boost of 10 times and increasing his power to 16 gigatons, and was at a disadvantage as nearly 90% of his mask vanished. But after hearing some encouraging words from Orheim, his power skyrocketed to the point he able cut Grimmjow in base, placing Ichigo's power at 16 gigatons or island level. Even Ulquiorra noticed that Ichigo got stronger and did well in his Bankai state as Ichigo tapped into his hollow powers, as Ulquiorra released not one but two unleashed state, with the second one not even Aizen is aware of, with it placing him at the power 720 gigatons or large island level, and even got faster with his speed scaling 1113 km per second, or nearly 3,272 times the speed of sound, and Ichigo in his full hollow form able to defeat him with single blow, making his power 1.44 teratons, or small country level, with speed nearly 1781 km per second or 5,236 times the speed of sound. Aizen in base is stated to be powerful than all of the Espada combined, even in base form, making his power at around 16.2 teratons, and once he fused with Hogyoku, he grown stronger, making his power around 32.4 teratons or country level. And after training in Dangai, Ichigo converted all of his spiritual strength into physical strength and fused with his soul cutter, and in a form of Bankai. As you could see, he trained in that form, and his sword is small unlike his regular sword. With this newfound power, he was stronger than him. With his final Getsuga Tensho, his strength skyrocketed to the level of 518.4 teratons or large country level. During the arc of Fullbringer, Ichigo got his Shinigami power back with the level of 5.2 teratons or small country level. During Thousand-Year Blood War arc, we got to see the full power of Yamamoto, heating the atmosphere over 15 million degrees, creating burning plasma with the effects clearing all the clouds in the area, potentially reaching the distance over 14 km. With considering the specific heat of air, the energy required to pull of this feat is about 1.4 teratons per second. With his fight with fake Yhwach was over 543 seconds, which makes overall power of Yamamoto around 760 teratons or continental level. The person who impersonated Yhwach was Royd, who could only copy memories and spiritual signature rather than actual power, and even he was able to stall long enough, since that was his orders, as real Yhwach stole his Bankai and killed him, as Yhwach confirmed that he got weaker and was not in his list of special threats. The statements of him destroying the Soul Society could be hyperbolic statement, and it could also means all life on Soul Society rather than the planet itself. Then we get to meet Squad Zero, who had the power greater than the entire Goti 13 combined, with the power of 30.4 petatons of TNT or multi-continental level, and the leader of the group, Ichibai, confronting Yhwach with his Bankai, increasing his power over 304 petatons of TNT or multi-continental level, and when Yhwach awakening, his almighty was able to blow up him into pieces, which made his power of 3.04 exatons of TNT or multi-continental level. And after Yhwach absorbed the part of Soul King, with parts of Soul King was holding Earth and Soul Society in place, this could potentially place him at planet level, with Ichigo was at same level as Yhwach, while Ichigo was able to tap into his hollow form, but it was far from perfect, as he prefer his Bankai over it. As for Grimmy feat, his power is not creation, rather imagination, as he imagined outer space, and there were white dots in the background could just be there for aesthetic purpose, for illustrating it as outer space, since empty black void would not always we connect to outer space, and this will not place him at galaxy level. In the end, Ichigo scale to planet level with speed up to 10,000 times the speed of sound. That's it for today. See you next time.